There was a rideshare driver named Marcus who worked late nights, mostly just cruising through the city streets after the bars closed. He never expected his usual shift to turn into something that would haunt him for the rest of his life. It started one Friday night. The request popped up on his app, a pickup from a quiet neighborhood at the edge of town. The address seemed normal enough, but the time, it was almost 2 a.m., made him pause. For a second. Still, he accepted and drove over. When he arrived, a young man stepped out, wearing a dark hoodie that hid most of his face. He got in silently and gave a short, almost robotic, "Downtown, please." Nothing about him seemed off, just quiet. Marcus shrugged it off and drove. The drive was uneventful at first, but Marcus noticed the passenger never looked at his phone, never spoke, just stared straight ahead. When Marcus made small talk, the man's answers were short, clipped, as if speaking was exhausting for him. At first, Marcus thought he might just be tired. By the third trip that week, Marcus realized the same man kept appearing. No matter where or when, he would request a ride, always late at night, always heading somewhere unusual. Sometimes the destinations didn't even exist on the map. Abandoned roads, dead-end neighborhoods, or stretches of highway that led to nothing. One night, Marcus started feeling uneasy. The man got in, and as they drove, Marcus tried to ask him questions about who he was, where he lived. The passenger didn't answer directly. Instead, he leaned forward slightly and whispered, "Do you know what happens if I don't get out?" Marcus chuckled nervously. "Well, I guess I wouldn't know. You always get out at the next stop, don't you?" The man's lips curled into a slow, almost imperceptible smile. "I don't always get out." Marcus's heart started racing. Something about the way he said it, so calm, so certain, made the air feel heavier. He glanced in the rearview mirror, and the back seat was empty, or at least it looked empty. But the feeling of eyes on him, too heavy to ignore, pressed down like a weight on his chest. He dropped the man off on an unfamiliar stretch of road in the middle of nowhere. Marcus watched as he stepped out, only the dim glow from a distant streetlight showing his outline. When he blinked, the passenger was gone. No footsteps, no shadow, nothing. Marcus checked the ground, the trees. There was nothing, just empty night. From that night on, Marcus started noticing small things in his car, the smell of cigarette smoke he didn't use, the faint imprint of a seatbelt where no one had been, the soft tap of a shoe when the car was parked. Every late-night ride brought the same chill of dread. Then, one night, it finally happened. He picked up the man again, and halfway through the drive, Marcus glanced back, and the passenger was sitting directly behind him. Marcus hadn't felt him climb in. There were no doors that opened, no sound of footsteps, just him leaning forward with that same calm smile. "You're going to let me stay, aren't you?" the man said softly. Marcus stuttered, tried to reverse, to speed away, but the road seemed endless, the city stretching into shadows that swallowed the headlights. The man didn't move, didn't blink. Marcus realized with a cold, sinking dread that the passenger never intended to exit. To this day, Marcus drives at night, never alone. He never refuses a ride. Every once in a while, he glances in the back seat, and the man is there, waiting, always smiling, always silent. And Marcus knows he's never really driving alone again.